Today we are making another batch of homemade laundry soap, and this one has baking soda in it, and baking soda is sodium bicarbonate. The super washing soda is sodium carbonate. And if you don't have it, you can make your own washing soda just by putting some of this on a cookie sheet, bake it for 45 to 60 minutes in about a 350 to 400 degree oven, and you'll see that it's dried out. The texture will be different. So if you can't find it, if you can't get it online, you can make that. You're also going to need borax, and you're going to mix these three together along with your bar soap. You can use self-naphtha or the Kurtz Castile, and this batch today I'm using the Kurtz Castile. What you're going to need is 1.5 cups of borax, 1 cup of the washing soda, 1 cup of the baking soda, and 1 cup of the bar soap. So this is the grater that I use, and it has this real fine side here. I've also used the other settings, and I've also used my food processor. So we've just grated that down, and it's made it an almost powder consistency. I learned a little trick recently, and it is to take your bar soap and microwave it, and I've done this at half temperature and full temperature. It gets really, really hot, but it does a better job at full temperature. 90 seconds to 2 minutes, it puffs up, and then it breaks apart really easy. Now if this bothers your hands, this is a very fragrant soap. You can wear gloves, but then it grates in the food grater quite a bit easier. Instead of it being so waxy, it goes through rather quickly. So that's a really nice little tip to be able to do that. It does kind of stink up the house. So open a window. I like to use a wire whisk for this. Because it's so powdery, I'm going to use my spoon today. And here we have our soap. We're just mixing in our baking soda, the borax, and I can see I'm going to need a bigger bowl for this. I'm just going to mix all these ingredients together, and when they're all mixed, you want to store it in an airtight container. A Ziploc baggie works well. These little Ziploc storage containers work very well also. This is the baking soda. The washing soda, sorry. So that's all 4 of our ingredients together. And you just want to make sure that they're blended. When I had cooking class in middle school, to sift the flour, our instructor told us to use a wire whisk. So on anything powder, I like to use this for mixing. Seems to incorporate it really well, like when you make your pie crust. If you need a pie crust recipe, watch my video on YouTube on how to make pie crust. Now to use this, you just use 1/8 of a teaspoon. I just keep one of these handy right in the laundry room. I use the old containers from like ice cream, and then you just measure it out. You can use your OxyClean with this, or your liquid bleach substitutes. I like to use the Clorox Color Safe for my whitening. You can also use the borax. This is really great for heavy-duty work clothes. On my husband's really, really bad clothes, a lot of times I add a tablespoon or 2 of Tide just to help. And if you need a really easy, very good fabric softener, you can just add 1/4 to 1/2 cup of regular white vinegar to your rinse cycle. You can add it to your Downy ball, or if you have the softener dispenser, you can add it right to that. And it's super cheap. It's like $2 a gallon. And this is a great money saving tip, and kind of back to the old school way of things. So I hope this recipe works for you. Ask me questions, I'll answer them the best I can. Also, if you can't find the baking soda, the washing soda, you can get from a pool supply. They have soda ash. You just have to make sure that it's 100% sodium carbonate. And then you can use it in place of your super washing soda also. So have a good afternoon, everybody.